This guy is the Nigerian Spider-Man. The only thing is that he doesn't have any superpower. But that is not stopping anybody from calling him a hero.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Olakunle Olanlokun. I am Nigerian Spider-Man, and I'm trying to change Nigeria in my own little way. I was trying to express this.
If you're a Spider-Man without superpowers, then what are you doing with this costume?
Thank you so much. I'm using this Spider-Man costume to educate the general public about environmental sanitation. I'm telling the general public to keep the environment where they live in and earn a living. I'm telling them to keep it clean always.
Okay, so what you are doing is you are using this costume to gain attention and also create awareness about environmental sanitation.
Yes, I'm using this costume to raise awareness. I'm an advocate for a cleaner Nigeria and a cleaner Africa. So the moment they see me wear this Spider-Man costume and they see me do my cleanup, they also excited and they want to do same.
That's really interesting. Can you tell us how this journey of activism began?
Thank you so much. The journey of my activism began in 2004 to be precise, when I saw how my community people where I live in take care, handle their environment poorly, and I began to raise this awareness. I became a voice by telling people not to drop their waste on the ground, and day by day it began to gain attention.
Did you start by using this costume?
I didn't start by using this costume. It has taken me there about 18 years without costume, and I started wearing this costume just December 2021.
Okay, so what inspired you to bring this costume if you're already creating awareness without the costume?
Yes. What inspired me to start this what inspired me to wear this costume? It's because we need more champions to fight for the environment in our country, and we don't really see enough champions doing this advocacy. Then I think I should come out with a new strategy that's going to ginger the people, that's going to let them know that they've been handling their environment poorly.
Okay, sir, so with this costume, what are your aims? What do you intend to do differently? Because you've been doing activism for more than 18 years now. So since you started putting on this costume, what is something you want to achieve differently?
What I want to achieve differently are enormous. I want to catch the attention of the children in schools. I want them to know that when they eat their biscuit, they shouldn't drop it on the ground. I want to talk to the general public. I want them to know that they should handle their environment clean. They shouldn't just put everything to the government. And at the same time, I want to tell our government, especially the Ministry of Environment, that the environment where the environment where they take up as a ministry, they should take their work so serious and keep the environment clean.
Okay, it's very interesting that if each compound, follow me, sir, would have something like this, it will really help to keep the environment clean. Let's say I just finished eating biscuit and I'm walking on the road, I can easily just come here and dump it here. So the government needs to also support this movement, right?
Yes.
It is very necessary to have local governments making sure that for every house there's going to be a waste bin to enable people to take sanitation very serious.
Yes.
And then the issue of taking this whole campaign to schools, it will help. Because if a child should eat biscuit and litter it on the floor, the next child is going to say, do you remember what Spider-Man said? You don't eat biscuit and litter it on the floor. You know, children actually take these kinds of things very seriously.
Yes, you are very right.
I actually followed this man to the market and I saw what he was doing there. And I think it's really stressful for him. I wouldn't encourage you to continue doing it that way. I would appreciate if anybody can support this man with a megaphone or something like a speaker. Okay, you're going to buy
I'm
it.
gonna get the megaphone.
Okay, that's interesting. If he has a megaphone and goes to a marketplace, immediately when we got to the market, everybody was staring at him. I noticed that.
I'm gonna get my new vehicle. I'm gonna get my new vehicle so that I can go to villages, I can go to remote areas, I can go to urban areas and educate people.
Now, why I'm talking about this megaphone is if he goes to a marketplace now, he's getting the attention of literally everybody there. What he's now going to do, instead of speaking to one person directly, he can on that megaphone and then speak to everybody at once. Then another thing too is that he said he has volunteers, but most of the volunteers are asking him for money and he's not being able to sustain them. So most of them just give up. So if you can get volunteers that can follow you to these villages, follow you to places, then you can do cleanup, that will really draw the attention of the people. Imagine you are going to marketplaces every Saturday. Whenever they say, Spider-Man and his team, they are here again to clean this market, it will create awareness, especially people that own offices, shops, buildings. They'll feel ashamed that somebody else is coming to keep their own environment clean.
You're very right.
So I feel that he needs support. He needs people to volunteer to his service. You need a lot, because what he's doing is really impressive and he's doing it in his own small way. So apart from everything that I've mentioned, with this your campaign, do you think there's any effort that is also lacking?
Yes, the effort that is lacking is that I've not seen the government, the Ministry of Education, calling on me, and we're sitting down in the boardroom and looking at ways whereby we can still reach out to
raise more awareness,
reach out to people and tell them that the environment is what belongs to us. The art is where we make a living. The art is where we live in, that we should keep it clean, that the people shouldn't drop their waste inside the river, that the people should recycle their waste and turn them to wealth. So the government has a lot to do. And I also want the government to employ more sanitation officers, that when the people see them in their house, they become responsible.
That's really interesting. So big dream, yet little support. Is that not true?
That is very true.
All right.
Because in Nigeria, if you commit yourself to a selfless service, people will call you name. And one of the things that I'm trying to do with my project is to tell people about the spirit of patriotism, is to tell people about the spirit of selflessness. This is what we need at this particular time of our country. Our country really needs change, and we are the people that should be the change. We shouldn't just be angry with our government. This is the time for us to sit up and bring about the needed change. I'm doing mine. Someone else should also do theirs. And for this environment matter is everybody's business.
Yeah, that's true. So whatever it is, most of you are comparing Nigeria with Dubai, yet you still go about littering, cans and papers and waterproof on the streets. But that doesn't make sense. So even if people are really interested to stop this littering, where are they going to actually trash these cans? The local government has to make provisions for trash can, so to enable citizens and patriotic people to comply with this guy's idea of sanitation.
I would like to state the local government cannot provide everybody a waste bin. It's most people's responsibility to provide small waste bin in their houses, in strategic places, and they should use it wisely, because you can have a waste bin and not use it well, and you can have a waste bin and use it well. So when you have your waste bin, you need to sort out your waste, and when you deposit your waste into the waste bin, you need to compress it, and you need to really employ the services of waste collectors. It's either private or government waste collectors. It's a very thing that is deep, but we must do something about it.
Well, if I was a local government chairman, I would make sure that waste bins are put in strategic places in my local government, because I don't want anybody littering anything.
Yes, you are very right.
When school children are returning from school, most of them are licking ice cream. Some of them are taking water in bottle, and they can't just, once you are done with the ice cream, you want to trash it somewhere. So if you look around and you don't see a trash can, because you cannot expect a citizen to put a trash can in the street in public, somewhere that is not even close to his home or his office. So that should be the responsibility of the local government. And if I was one, I'll make sure that my local government will be really, really neat. So
You're very right. Visit a local government near to you, and you see how the environment of the local government is so dirty. That's it starts with charity. Begins at home. Let the local government chairman and his executive team keep the local government clean. Then they proceed to every town, every villages in their local government.